And a very pleasant good morning to you, ladies and gentlemen, from Carpenter Stadium in South Wichita at the home field of Wichita South High School. This is the Titan Classic, the Dodge City Red Demons against your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies. This is the countdown to kickoff program, and we're going to take it right away to the coach's interview with head coach Bobby Berbieska. Maybe.
This is the Grizzly Soccer pregame show with head soccer coach Bobby Berbieska. To you through the support of the Goal for Goal soccer camps, the most complete youth soccer camps in Wichita. Check them out at www.goalforgoal.com. And now, here's the coach.
And a very pleasant good morning to you wherever you are on planet Earth. We're assuming that it is Saturday morning. We are recording this on Wednesday evening because of our schedules not being very friendly to us, so we're having to do this a little bit earlier than we normally would. This is the Bobby Berbieska Coach's pregame show, and we welcome you all to another season of soccer on the World Wide Web, and we are going to be taking on a team yet to be determined as we record this on Saturday in the final game of the Titan Classic. Coach, let me start out, first of all, by wishing you a happy Easter and a happy New Year all at the same time.
Thank you, and same to you.
Tell us about your prep for this season. Let's talk about the alumni game. That was a fun event a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a good game for us. I think it kind of tuned us up because this is the first time in quite a while that we've came out on the top of the alumni team, but they had a good squad and they gave us a good run for a good win for us. But it was a fun game, and as a kind of game where I tell the girls, there's no stress. This is a fun game. Let's make it fun, and they did.
They did indeed, but they also played very well. I thought for being together for the first time in a year, the passing was crisp for the most part. There was some good offense, some good defense, and a little bit of good goaltending as well.
Yeah, I think I was really impressed with a freshman, Lauren Vestring. I thought she did a good job she was man-to-man with Paige Akey, who you all know was a big goal scorer for us. And I thought she did well marking her. And of course, Nicole Alvarez, who played 4 years at Kansas KU, did a good job marking her. So I was pleased not only with Lauren, but the way all of our backs played good, hard defense.
And, of course, Emily Jensen took care of the offense for you in that alumni scrimmage, getting some pretty good goals.
I believe she had a hat trick.
She did indeed.
It was a good game for her, and she started off the way Emily's supposed to play. Last year she had 25 goals for us, and I look at her, if she stays healthy, to be a top scorer this year.
And you're going to need her this year. As she is a senior, she'll be providing a lot of the leadership on this team for this coming year.
Well, she's a great leader and a good kid, but also another leader is also April Lucio, who is an attacking midfielder, a very good playmaker for us. Then I've got another senior, Carly Von Bush, who is playing in the back and kind of a holding mid position. Strong kid, so I'm glad she's back. And then Irene De La Rosa is my other senior, who's another midfielder, very well experienced. And then Maddie Driscoll is a captain and a senior, and we're waiting for her to get released from the doctor to play. But if she ever comes back and play this year, she's really going to help us in the back.
I know that she wants to play, and it was kind of paining her at the alumni scrimmage, not being able to get on the field, and visiting with her on the sideline. She's ready to come back, but again, as you say, we're waiting on that doctor's release, and I know she's still having some issues with that knee.
Yeah, she's been released to participate in non-contact exercises, so she's doing that now. she's running well with the team. She's a leader. But as far as scrimmages, she has to stay away from that for a while.
You know, you can't stay away too long. I mean, when you're thinking in terms of being cautious, she's got a whole lifetime ahead of her, and you certainly don't want to bring her back too soon.
No, I think we learned that last year. She came back, and in the first game, she re-injured her knee. But no, this is going to be her call and her parents' call. There's no pressure for me on that because I love that kid, and she's got a great future. Play college ball.
4 seniors this year, or 5? Five seniors compared to only 1 last year, as Whitney Wyford is no longer with us on the squad this year. Do you feeling a little bit spoiled having all that leadership?
Well, yes, but it's hard to replace Whitney because she was my best defender, obviously last year. But I think if we stay together and make each other look good, I think we're going to be just as good as when Whitney was here.
Let's talk a little bit about your coaching staff here. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout, then come back and talk about coaches and about past games and upcoming games. So stay with us. This is the Bobby Burbieska pregame show.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back with head coach Bobby Burbieska. And, Coach, let's talk again about your coaching staff. You have one change in your coaching staff, but it's also not a change because a familiar face is back with you.
Yeah, Christina Commons is a very good coach. She played 4 years at Emporia College, but she replaced Andrew Johnson, who did a great job last year. The girls just loved him. But she's a math teacher at Northwest, so she knows the kids in the classroom and on the field. I think she's a big asset to me. It's good to have a lady as a coach, coaching women.
And, of course, Roger Powell is back for the 11th year. I don't know how long he's been with you, but, he does a wonderful job.
Yeah, Roger, he reads my mind. That's what I like about him. He already knows the way I'm thinking, so it comes easy for us to work together as a team. But he's also a good guy who knows his X's and O's and does a good job in the classroom. The kids really love him. And I think he's just a big asset to the program. I'm glad he's back. So what do you got planned for Easter? Staying home?
Staying home. Everything's church. Church tomorrow night, Friday night, Saturday night.
We're so unlucky with the schedule because Easter came so early this year.
Easter's a killer.
Oh, and then the South High tournament is always the week after spring break.
Yeah.
That's why we're playing. I mean, I got practice on Good Friday because we play Saturday.
I know. You're playing on Holy Saturday.
That's a bummer.
I'll go on record and tell you we Catholics are not very bright in the way we figure out when Easter is. I mean, you know the formula, don't you?
What's that?
Easter is always the first Sunday after the first full moon after the vernal equinox.
Okay.
There's a full moon this week.
Okay.
Vernal equinox was last week. Easter's on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's
lucky on the draw.
It's silly. They just need to make it a day late in April and let's call it good. But okay, this religious moment brought to you by.
Hey, but there's no school this Friday, is it, for Catholics?
No. Catholics are off on Friday and Monday.
Oh, and Monday.
Yeah, they always get Friday, Monday.
Wow.
So, yeah. Okay, you ready?
Right.
3, 2, 1. Back with head coach Bobby Burbieska. And, Coach, let's talk again about your coaching staff. You have one change in your coaching staff, but it's also not a change because a familiar face is back with you.
Yeah, Christina Commons is a very good coach. She played 4 years at Emporia College, but she replaced Andrew Johnson, who did a great job last year. The girls just loved him. But she's a math teacher at Northwest, so she knows the kids in the classroom and on the field. I think she's a big asset to me. It's good to have a lady as a coach, coaching women.
And, of course, Roger Powell is back for the 11th year. I don't know how long he's been with you, but, he does a wonderful job.
Yeah, Roger, he reads my mind. That's what I like about him. He already knows the way I'm thinking, so it comes easy for us to work together as a team. But he's also a good guy who knows his X's and O's and does a good job in the classroom. The kids really love him. And I think he's just a big asset to the program. I'm glad he's back.
Titan Classic, 3 games to start off the season every season. Last year, you lost them all in the spring Titan. The girls struggled in the spring Titan, and then they came alive.
Well, this year, it's a different season, and I think it's going to be a better season. For example, Nia Baker, who for the first time has played in the South High tournament. She's always has struggled on some fitness, but this year she's back and she's healthy. And even though we lost that first game, I thought that she's a great addition to our squad early, because you're right, we struggled early part of the season last year. I think with Nia in the back, I think we're going to be a different team.
And you made a reference to the first game, the game played as we record this last night, 4-1 loss to the Mays Eagles. But, you know, Jay Holmes has a great team over there.
Yes, I thought going into that game, I would have bet in my house that we were going to win that game, because on paper I thought I had a better squad. We were very unlucky, and they were the better team. I think Jake got them ready for our game. But I'm looking forward to that next game, because I think if we play like we're capable of playing, it should be a much closer game.
And we'll be talking about that on air during the game that airs after this interview. And Coach Berbiesca is referring to the second game against the East High Blue Aces, which will be played on Thursday. We'll be talking about that, so stay tuned, and you'll hear Caleb Blaine and myself talking about that game. I know you're looking forward to the season. You don't know who your opponent is as we record this for the Saturday game. You start regular season right back with the South High Titans at home on Tuesday.
Right. Thursday, we play East, and we play in at 4. And East is a very good team. I've got good notes on them. They got Dylan Gritz, who's a great coach, but he's got a couple of players that we have to contain to get a good result. But I'm looking forward to playing East early, because I think they're going to be fighting for a championship. So it's going to be a good matchup early. And I like the division we're in, because they're tough teams. And right off the bat, I see what kind of team we have. And what I like about this tournament, Kevin, is that I'm moving players around a lot, because these first 3 games I'm still figuring out what's the best position for these girls. So I'm using that to help us down the road. But, yeah, play 3 games. And, of course, right now, losing the first one, our goal is to win 2 now. 2 out of 3, I think, is a good way to start the season. So we don't know who we play on Saturday yet, but nevertheless, we're going to be ready.
And the other nice thing about these preseason tournaments is that the teams that you do face, I mean, the games count on your win-loss record, but like when the East game on Thursday will not count in the City League standings.
That's right, and I think that's why it's so important that you do win. So when you do play in the city, you got a heads up. I think that's very important going into the game, knowing that you played well against an opponent, then you see him again. If you can repeat that, that's good stuff.
And you play East at their place this year, and that's certainly no easy place to play.
No, because they play their best game at East. Mm-hmm. Every year is a very close game. And there's something about playing by Highway 235, because the girls can't hear me with that traffic. And maybe they can hear Coach Gretzel over there, but I like playing East High.
Well, and how many semis go by during the soccer game blowing their air horns at the girls as they drive by? It adds a little flavor to the contest.
Yeah, it's a good, challenging game. It's a fun game. I like playing East because they bring the best out of us.
And that East game is a ways down the road. First of all, you've got on Tuesday you have South High at home for the home opener. And then on Friday night we travel to Derby to take on the Panthers.
Yeah, South, I think, is a good team right now. They're playing well right now. And so I'm looking forward to that game, because that's when it's really going to count. That's our first City League game, so we always want to get a good start in the City League. And then Derby is always a good challenge. That program is they're just winners. And every year he seems to have 2 or 3 girls that step up and do a good job. So I'm looking forward to 2 games next week.
Busy schedule early in the season. First 2 weeks, 5 games under your belt already.
Yes, in a way, we're kind of unlucky on the draw, though, because, that first game in the South High tournament, that was our first game, where there's teams that might have been the third game. But it's okay with me. I think we'll grow with each game, get better with each game, and I'm looking forward to finishing this tournament strong and then see what happens next week.
Okay, Coach, best of luck to you in the game today at South High, and we'll look forward to a visit with you before Derby next Friday.
Thank you, Kevin. I'd just like to tell the parents out there and friends that come out and watch us, because the girls work hard. They're very entertaining. They put as much effort as the guys do, and I've got some good competitors. I'm looking forward to a great season.
As am I, and I have always said, and I've said it to the boys, and I don't say it in an insulting manner. Mm-hmm. I think girls soccer is a lot more fun to watch than boys is.
Yeah, it's the only difference really, because the girls work just as hard as the guys.
They do.
The game might be a little bit slower, but as far as being competitive and going out there and giving it all, they do just as good as the guys.
They play well, they pass well, and it's a little less physical most of the time than the boys. And I think maybe that's one of the reasons why I like it so much. Folks, if you can't come out to Northwest to see the home games, catch up on the website for the road games that we're going to be webcasting for you this year. They're fun to watch. I guarantee you'll be entertained.
Well, thank you, Kevin. You do a great job. I always told you you're the number one announcer in the city, so congrats.
Well, thank you for that, Coach. Look forward to seeing you on Friday. Good luck today in today's game.
Thank you very much.
Head coach Bobby Brubieska on our countdown to kick off coach's interview. Stay tuned after these brief messages for the starting lineups and the play-by-play of today's game at the Titan Classic. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by Dugan and Garreau, attorneys at law, 940 North Tyler Road, Wichita. By Gecko Painting, Incorporated. Danny and Grizzly alum Stacy Higgins, now of Olathe, Kansas, are proud supporters of Grizzly Nation and webcasts on the Internet. And by Regional Contractors, 1313 North Webb Road. We thank all of our sponsors for their proud support of Grizzly Soccer. Wichita Northwest Grizzly Soccer is on the air. Welcome, Grizzly Nation, to another webcast of your Wichita Northwest Grizzlies as they march their way to another 6A state title. Today's webcast is made possible through the support of the many sponsors of the annual Eric Profit No. 19 Memorial Soccer Tournament, including Mel Hamilton Ford. We're better, we're proving it, you be the judge. And by Emerson Biggins, 808 East Douglas. Come visit Emerson Biggins and enjoy the hospitality of Luis Lopez and his staff today. Glenn and Camille Nyberg, proud sponsors of Grizzly Soccer. Wichita Tractor, home of Bad Boy Mowers, 1750 Southwest Street. Mow with an attitude. And the many other sponsors who made these webcasts possible. And now, to the field. And your host, Kevin Arkin.
Thank you, Todd Taylor, and a very pleasant good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Carpenter Stadium, where today the Northwest Grizzlies will play the Dodge City Red Demons in the final game of the Titan Classic. This is the fifth place match for these teams today. And as you can see, we are getting ready to start. The referees are actually starting just a bit early, since it's the first game and there's no clock involved. Well, two of the referees are already ready to go. Wichita Northwest is in their road blue uniforms this morning. They will be playing from left to right as you're watching here from the press box view. Nice crowd on hand from Northwest to support the Grizzlies. A few people did make the trip from Dodge City this morning to see the Red Demons in this fifth place match. Dodge City will be in their home white uniforms with red numerals, and they will be defending the goal to our right. And if my understanding on the coin toss is correct, Dodge City won the toss and will kick off going from right to left. Wind is kind of brisk here this morning. It's about a 52-degree day. Sun is out. Wind is out of the south, blowing in our faces across the field at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Underway we are here in the fifth place match, our first webcast of the season. We're certainly glad that you all are on board this morning. Northwest with the ball. That's Maris Quillen sending it forward. We'll give you the starting lineups for the Grizzlies here on the fly since there are no team introductions. Here's a chance for Jensen, but a nice job by the Dodge City goalie. And we will we'll start off by telling you that we have no roster from Dodge City. Dodge City got here late this morning. They only got here a few minutes before kickoff, and their coach did not have any rosters to give us. So we cannot give any of the Dodge City kids any love. And for those of you in Dodge City or surrounding area hoping to catch a glimpse of your team, we're glad to have you on board and hope you understand that we do not know the names of your players and therefore cannot identify them. For your Grizzlies this morning, here's a chance for Darling Simon if she can beat the defender. Unable to do so, defender will tap it out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Northwest. Just underway here at Carpenter Stadium, no score. And I want to welcome on board my broadcast partner for this season, Northwest Grizzly freshman Caleb Blaine, who's also running camera this morning. Caleb, glad to have you on board, buddy.
Glad to be here.
Throw in from Capon, from Crawford. Lands on the foot of a Dodge City defender who will clear the zone. And here come the Demons. And out of bounds it goes. It will belong to Northwest. Carpenter Stadium has an artificial surface, multi-purpose field. And we will use those football markings for ball placement purposes to let you know where the play is as the need persists. Elena Crawford, I'm sorry. Let's start over. Elena Avalar, number 11 with the ball there. And to her parents, I offer my sincerest apology. It's the first game of the season for us, too. Over here on the near side, Quillen with it. Centers one in the direction of Jensen. Jensen gets a shot off, but on two bounces, the goalkeeper for Dodge City gets the pickup. Don't know much about this Dodge City squad. I do know that their goaltender has already made a commitment, I don't know if it's verbal or written, to play at the college level. And I'm not sure if it's at K-State or KU, but it is one of the Kansas universities, one of the big two that she will play at next year. So we wish her the best of luck in every game except this one. On the far side, that looks like Britt Murray over there, sending it forward. Nice deep pass. A crossing pass coming is deflected over the goal line. That'll be a corner kick for your Grizzlies. So let's set some of the lineup here for you on the fly as we can. Nia Baker, the junior, is in goal today for the Grizzlies. Olivia Crawford on defense, number 3. April Lucio, one of the captains, is senior, number 8. At midfield, and this ball is deflected. Fight for it in the penalty area, and that comes back out now. And right to Maris Quillen. Here's a long blast by Lucio. Well timed after her introduction, and it's taken by Dodge City's goalie, and a quick distribution out to center. Starting also on defense, a freshman, Lauren Vestring, wearing number 9. For the Grizzlies. Number 11 is Elena Avalar, a sophomore forward. Emily Jensen, senior forward, one of the captains this year. Carly Valmbush, number 13, is a senior defender. Excuse me, the allergies are hitting here. Apologize for that. It is that time of year, unfortunately.
Definitely.
Vestring sends it out to Britt Murray on the far side. Britt Murray, number 18. And not to skip a player, also starting today, number 16, Reese Fisker. Here's a shot by Jensen and a score. Grizzlies draw first blood here. And it's 1-0 Northwest. Happens just 5 minutes into the game. I don't suppose you caught the assist on that, did you, Caleb?
No, I didn't.
I did not either. Nice play by Emily Jensen to tap it home, and a great feed to her. And I'm sorry I missed who fed it to her. Those of you at home know because you saw it live, and you can go back and watch it again on the replay when you're watching it as a podcast. This game will be podcast. If you're watching live, it'll be podcast about 2 hours after the conclusion of the game. You'll be able to go back and watch it again. Vestring over to Britt Murray on the far side. Murray sends it forward. Avalar with it. Back to Murray. And now to Emily Jensen. Cleared out by the defense. Is that going to stay in? It does not. And it will belong to the Grizzlies. Northwest on the move. The play has been totally dominated by the Grizzlies here in the first 6 minutes or so of this contest. Nia Baker has not been in camera view yet, which doesn't bother me a bit. Here's a nice feed from Elena Avalar to Jensen. Jensen dishes it off. Now to Lucio, a shot and a score. Lucio scores off the feed from Emily Jensen, and it's 2-0.
Very good passing.
I think everybody in the building expected Emily to take that shot. And instead of taking it, she dished it off to a streaking Lucio coming up the right side. And all she had to do was one-time it into the corner of the net. And just like that, it's 2-0.
Very good awareness, too, on that assist.
It was. Very, very much so. So now the Grizzlies, they're back line with the ball, enjoying a 2-goal lead. How did we get here, you might ask, playing in the 5th place game, as Dodge City will throw it in. On Tuesday, the opening game of the tournament, the Grizzlies took on the Mays Eagles, and Mays won that game 4-1 in a game where Coach Brybieska acknowledged that the team really did not play with very good chemistry. Another throw-in coming here for Dodge. Then the Bart Murder game was Thursday afternoon. They took on the East High Blue Aces in a game that does not count in the City League standings, even though it's a City League team. And the Grizzlies won that game in penalty kicks. And therefore, they're playing now in the 5th place game. So that's how that all worked, and it essentially worked the same way for Dodge. For Dodge to have gotten here, I can tell you that Dodge lost their opener to Cape and Mount Carmel on Tuesday, and then they beat. Who did they beat? They would have beaten Liberal on Thursday to advance to the 5th place game. And another action involving City League teams on Thursday. The first round winners, Bishop Carroll and Capen, played each other, and Carroll came out on top of that one, 1-0, right here on this field on Thursday afternoon. And Carroll is playing in the championship game today. Carpenter, is playing for third place. So that's pretty much where we are. Long one back, easily corralled by the goalkeeper for Dodge City. Certainly glad you're with us again this year. We're going to have some changes during the year as far as our hosting platform is concerned. Our hosting platform for the last 3 years. What a nice feed to Simon. And she gets it back, shoots one over the top of the goal for a Dodge City goal kick. We have been using the Cube for the last 3 years as our platform, and the Cube is ceasing operations on April the 30th. They are being absorbed by someone else, and I'm not going to indicate who the someone else is yet, because I'm not ready to. We are in negotiations with the new entity to see if they will continue carrying the webcast or if we have to go to a different platform. There are several options in that area, so it's not going to affect our webcast any. We will use the Cube throughout the month of April as we have. So the links will be on the new webcast page, and the URL for the webcast page is very long. So my suggestion is go to Facebook, go to the Facebook Northwest Grizzly Soccer webcast page, and there is a button there called Watch Video, and if you click that, it will take you right to the new page. And all of the games are in one place this year, in one little paragraph section, one little table, if you will. So they'll all be easy for you to find going forward. Our next webcast, as long as I'm on that subject, will be next Friday night. We'll be at Derby High School for the first regular season road game. That one will, the countdown to kickoff show will begin at 6:15. An unusual start time again. 6:15 next Friday night from Derby, with the varsity match to follow. Grizzlies' first home game is Tuesday. They'll take on the South High Titans at home, beginning with the varsity beginning at 7 o'clock, JV at 5:15, and we invite you to come out and watch your Grizzlies at home on Tuesday night. No home games will be webcast this year, and we currently have 5 webcast events scheduled, including a doubleheader on May the 3rd from Topeka Washburn, that'll be a fun afternoon. And we are planning to do playoff games as the situation permits. Nice shot there by Aguilar. And a good save as well. 28 minutes remaining here, first half. Grizzlies and Red Demons of Dodge City. Grizzlies enjoying a 2-goal lead. And I know Coach Gribieska is all excited about that. Here's an opportunity for Lucio. Defender all over her. She's going to turn around, give it back to Simon. Simon trying to center it to Aguilar. Now back to Simon. She gets a tap on it, and it's cleared out by the defense. One back by the Grizzlies near midfield. Crawford with it. And now Dodge City takes over. Vestre, the freshman, sends it over on the near side to Maris Quillen. Biggest change, Caleb, this year in this squad is the absence of last year's only senior, Whitney Wyford, who anchored that defensive line last year. There's a chance for the Grizzlies. Ball goes out of play. Will be a goal kick for Dodge City. Giving it a run over there was Reese Bisker, number 16. We've got a sub going on. We actually owe you a quick break. We're going to take it right now. Stay with us. We'll be back. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
Just a reminder, kids who participate in high school activities tend to go a little farther than those who don't. Take part. Get set for life.
25 and a half minutes to go here in the first half. Grizzlies on the attack. In a half where, quite frankly, they've dominated play. And a nice try that time by Maris Quillen, but it goes out of play. It will belong to Dodge City. Welcome everybody also on the northwest side of things watching today from all over the country. Have received several nice emails during the week in anticipation of this event. We're glad to have you all on board here this morning. In what is obviously a beautiful day here in Wichita. There's not a cloud in the sky. Slight breeze, temperature in the mid-50s. There's a foul on Dodge City. It will belong to the Grizzlies. They'll take a free kick from about the 28-yard line on the football field. The wall is cheating, and I don't know how you can cheat on a football field, but they did. They got away with it. There's a long one that goes over everything. It will be a goal kick. And we have a substitution coming in for the Grizzlies. Now we need Caleb's young eyes to tell me who just came in, because I can't tell. I forgot the binoculars, folks.
I can't really tell either. It might be 18 or
that's not Brent.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't
you know
tell.
who that is? I know who that is.
Who?
That's Parker Hoops, number 10.
Oh,
I recognize her hair. Parker Hoops comes in. I did not see who went out. I was so busy trying to figure out who was coming in. Sorry about that, folks. Parker Hoops, a sophomore midfielder. Looked really good in the alumni varsity scrimmage. Here's a chance for the Grizzlies. A passing shot is intercepted by the goalkeeper. That came off the foot of Emily Jensen. Goals by Jensen and Lucio here in the first half. About 6 minutes apart. Olivia Crawford sends it over here to Maris Quillen. Now to Jensen, and she sends one out of bounds. It'll belong to Dodge City. 22:20 remaining here in the first half. Also in the game for the Grizzlies, coming in when we weren't paying attention, Caleb. Junior, number 24, Maddie Harkins, is playing midfield here on the near side. Coach Ribieska mentioned in his pregame interview that he wanted to move some players around today, try a few things, and look for the best chemistry for the rest of the season. That's the biggest advantage of playing this tournament early. Crawford to Lucio. Lucio to the center of the field to Carly Vallenbush. Now up to Emily Jensen. Jensen triple teamed. Grizzlies still control. Harkins came up there to take charge. Now back to Quillen. Quillen centers one across in the direction of Elena Avalar. Now Britt Morgan sends one up the far side. Parker Hoops gets ahead on it. Defender gets around her. And the ball goes out of play. It will be Northwest ball. And it comes to Elena Avalar. Cross to Harkins. Harkins taps it for Emily Jensen. Jensen. Here's a pass to Lucio inside the 10. Now a pass back to Avalar. A shot blocked by the defense. Comes back to Quillen. Quillen splits two defenders. Sends it up here for Maddie Harkins, who's caught offside. Which is too bad because the shot went in. But it was an offside, clearly. And it will belong to the Red Demons. Wichita Grizzlies Soccer on the Internet is brought to you in part through the support of Tom and Carla Lassiter and the law firm of Fleece and Gooing, Colson and Kitch, 301 North Main in Wichita. Also by Aerotech Engineering, 2326 Southeast Boulevard in Wichita. And by the families of Joe and Judy Coughlin, the Bob Prophet family, Chris and Jan Shoemaker, all proud supporters of Wichita Northwest Grizzlies Soccer. At midfield, Hoops sends it back to Olivia Crawford. No, who's that? That is not Crawford. Why did I forget my binoculars, Caleb? I knew we were going to be high up. There's Lucio with it. Sends it to Jensen. Here's a chance. A shot and score off a deflection. And it's 3-0. Jensen from Lucio. With 19 and change going here in the first half, makes it a 3-0 contest. So Jensen and Lucio have connected twice here in the first half. Grizzlies with the ball again. Here's a nice pass to Maddie Harkins. Harkins with some room. She takes the shot herself, and it goes right to the keeper for an easy save. I'm going to reiterate again. Caleb, you're running the camera over there. Has Nia been in the picture yet?
Who?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Nia Baker's turning into the Maytag repairman here in the first half. And for those of you who are under the age of 40, you have no idea what I'm talking about. On the far side now. That's Britt Murray over there. Heading for the corner. Centers one to Avalar. And it goes out of play. It will belong to... Oh, it stayed in. No, now it is out of play. It's a goal kick for Dodge City. And here's a chance for Nia Baker to touch the ball for the first time today. On a pass back. And she sends it out here on the near side to Maris Quillen, who sends it forward to Vallenbush, to Jensen. Jensen a long pass, and obstructed on the play was Parker Hoops, but no call made. And back out to center it comes. Lucio with it. Well, give and go.
Ooh,
nice
good
play. Big play. And a defender comes in to interrupt that. That was a well-orchestrated give and go, if I do say so. Olivia Crawford on the near side. And now over here to Maris Quillen. Quillen brings it up the near side. Sends it for Jensen at midfield. Jensen, another nice pass to Avalar. Back to Lucio. Something happening here for Avalar, but no. Ball was overled. But you can see that develop. Maris Quillen taps it. Will it stay in? It does not. Maddie Harkins couldn't catch up with it. It will be a Dodge City throw-in. 15:40 remaining here in the first half. And we have a substitution going underway. We'll tell you that this portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by Dugan and Giroux, attorneys at law, 940 North Tyler Road in Wichita. By Gecko Painting Incorporated. Danny and Grizzly alum Stacy Higgins, now of Olathe, Kansas, are proud supporters of Grizzly Nation and webcasts on the internet. And by Regional Contractors, 1313 North Webb Road. We thank all our sponsors for their proud support of Grizzly soccer here on the World Wide Web. Emily Jensen brings it up, gets by one defender, sends a long pass into Avalar. She couldn't control it. It's going to go to the defense. The idea was good, but Avalar was double-teamed out there. Carly Valmbush and Parker Hoops fight for control of it. It stays with Dodge City. And looks like we had a little offside action here. Second time the Grizzlies have been caught offside today. Ball goes out of bounds to Northwest. Grizzlies are substituting two players here. And I can tell you that Avalar's going out, and it looks like who is that?
16.
That would be Reese Fisker went out. Who came in?
Oh, I think 16 came in.
Reese Fisker came in. Who else came in?
I couldn't tell.
Well, I'll have to figure that one out. I'm kicking myself for forgetting the binoculars. That's all there is to it. Harkins with it. Nice crossing pass for a streaking Reese Fisker. Just off the mark. Now back out the center it comes. This one comes back, and Olivia Crawford corrals it, sends it over on the near side to Maris Quillen. Quillen up forward. Now Lucio has to go by her. Valmbush giving chase. Carly has it. She'll send it across on the far side to Britt Murray. Murray sending it back to Lucio. Give and go to Murray. And now up to Reese Fisker. Was that Reese Fisker that shot that?
Yep.
And a nice shot it was. He's good save, however, by the goalkeeper for Dodge City. And the other person that went out was Parker Hoops. She's not in the game. Here's one to Jensen. Jensen loses it to the defender. And Crawford intercepts that streaking ball. Over here on the near side, Quillen will do it all over again. Tried to get it to Harkins. It's tipped out of play by the defense. It will be a throw in for Northwest. Comes in quickly. Jensen with it to Lucio. Here's one to Maddie Harkins. Harkins, a shot, and goes off the side of the net for a goal kick. We're going to take a quick time out here. We'll be back in 30 seconds with more. Stay with us. This is Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
It's easy to spot people who participated in high school sports and activities.
Right on time.
They learned important lessons like leadership, teamwork, respect.
Hey, our meeting moved to 10.
We'll be ready.
Values that last a lifetime.
We need to focus on 3 factors.
Support high school sports and activities in your community. When kids take part, they get set for life.
Back at Carpenter Stadium with Caleb Blaine, I'm Kevin Arkin. Maris Quillen has the ball and sends it up to April Lucio. Lucio, a feed to Jensen. Here's a chance and a nice save by the goalkeeper that time. On the rebound, a shot goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. How about that passing there, young Caleb?
Very nice.
Lucio found Jensen behind the defense, led the ball perfectly to her, and she just streaked by everybody. And her shot was saved by Dodge City. 3-0, Grizzlies lead. 10:05 remaining here in the first half of a game that so far has been pardon me, totally dominated by the Grizzlies. I'd give a small fortune to anybody that comes up with a cure for hay fever. Crawford sends one out of play. It'll belong to Dodge. Throw in for Dodge is headed away by Maddie Harkins. Maddie's looked good so far today. Jensen with it. Sends one to Lucio, who's wide open at the 20. And she sends a long blast in. That's going to be a goal kick for the Red Demons. This portion of today's webcast is brought to you by Ginny Wiley and the Gould Foundation, by FC Wichita Soccer Club, thanking Wichita for your support this past season. Find out more about them at www.fcwichita.com. And by Kansas Joint and Spine Specialist, 10,100 East Shannon Road, Suite 100, just off Webb Road. For the finest care in any sports injury, see Kansas Joint and Spine Specialist today. Dr. Robert Cusack and his staff are eager to serve you. Dodge City with a throw-in, 8:20 to go till halftime. Stay tuned. We have a real exciting halftime for you. As is very common in these kind of tournaments, we have no halftime guest. So my halftime guest today will be Caleb Blaine. And we're going to talk about the overthrow of the entire Western civilized world here at halftime. Stay with us for that excitement. Emily Jensen with it. Oh, there's a long pass for Visker, but too far. Visker didn't see it coming anyway, but the pass was a little long. And a nice punt that time by the Dodge City goalkeeper. Again, if you're just joining us, there were no rosters available for Dodge City today. They were late getting here. I probably just drove in from Dodge this morning. I don't know if that's right, wrong, or otherwise. But they had no rosters for us, so we have no information about any of their players at all, except that they're wearing white uniforms. That much we can tell you. Lucio sends one on the far side to Britt Murray. Murray centers one to Reese. Visker does a nice job of getting the ball back. Great pass to Jensen from Visker. An opportunity, but no. Goalkeeper gets there in time, but what a nice feed that time by Reese Fisker.
Very nice.
Back it comes here to, whoops, somebody forgot the ball. This is as deep as Dodge City has been all day. Nia Baker has touched the ball once this half on a pass from one of her own teammates. That is it. Total domination in this half by your Grizzlies. Darling Simon. Fallenbush to Murray. And a long one to Reese Fisker, but too long, and it goes through to the goalkeeper. 6 minutes to go here in the first half. Both teams going to substitute a mass of bodies here next time the ball goes out of play. And it's going to be right now. So the Grizzlies are going to sub out. You watch who's coming in. I'm telling you who's going out. Maddie Harkins is going out. That looks like, I can't tell who that second one was. God, I hate this. Elena Avalar came back in. I saw that. Darling Simon has moved over to our side of the field. Who else came in? Did you see?
I think number 7.
By George, that'd be Irene De La Rosa on the field for the first time today. Glad to see the senior out there. That's 2. Who's the third one?
I couldn't tell the third one.
We really stink. You know that? It's just all there is to it.
Yeah, at that part we do.
That part we do. Nice play by Jensen, though. Splitting 2 defenders. Still got control. Centering one off the side of the net for a goal kick. Four minutes, 30 seconds remaining here till halftime. Grizzlies with it. Britt Murray to Vestring. Defensive line has looked really good here in the first half. All 4 of them back there. You got Britt Murray, Lauren Vestring, Olivia Crawford, who just passed it over there to Britt, and then on the near side, Maris Quillen. They've looked solid back there this first half. And here's one that Vestring's going to give chase to, the young freshman. Don't know a lot about Lauren Vestring. We'll be finding more out about this young lady as the season goes on. But one thing I do know, she's got some wheels.
Yes, she does.
Here's Brett on the far side. Sending one up to Reese Fisker. Fisker looking to pass it. Centers one. Oh, she took the shot, and a nice shot it was. Split 2 defenders with her shot, and the goalkeeper was up to the task that time for Dodge City. Here's Darling Simon on the intercept, taking a long shot. Easy save that time by Dodge. Pardon me. And this one comes all the way back over Vestring's head, and Nia Baker will get her second touch of the day. And a nice interception that time by Vestring. Here come the Grizzlies back. That was Parker Hoops with it, I believe. Sending one up on the far side. Fisker to Avalar. taken away by the defense and cleared out of play. It will belong to Northwest with 2 minutes remaining here in the first half. And a goal kick for Dodge City with 1.5 remaining. The crowd is very quiet.
Yep.
And Dodge City did bring some people here. There's probably 30 people or so here from Dodge City who came up here to join their team for this 5th place game. Grizzlies looking to go 2-1 on the season. There's a pass to Darling Simon. Nice ball it was, too. Darling still has it to Jensen. No, that was to Hoops, excuse me. Trying to feed it to Jensen. Emily has it now. And sends one on the near side to Maris Quillen. Quillen playing a little bit of offense there from her defensive fullback spot. Parker Hoops with a chance and couldn't split the 2 defenders. And back out it comes to center. De La Rosa gets a touch. Still in the control of Dodge City. Now this one's going to go on the far side. Britt Murray gets it, but there's nobody over there for her to pass to. The front line's a little bit out of sync there. But it doesn't matter. We're at halftime, folks. And at halftime, your Grizzlies lead Dodge City 3-0. Stay with us. We'll be back in 30 seconds or so. Caleb and I will visit about the things of the world. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
National studies show that students who participate in activities like music, sports, and drama not only have better grades and attendance, but they develop the character to handle adversity, the grace to accept defeat, and the self-confidence to start over. Take part. Get set for life.
Back at Carpenter Stadium with Caleb Blaine. I'm Kevin Arkin. And I'm having a hard time doing something here. There we are. I'm Kevin. This is Caleb. We welcome you to our webcast this morning here from Carpenter Stadium. And, well, a pretty good first half if you're a Northwest fan.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
The game totally dominated by the Grizzlies. Probably the most obvious stat so far in the game from that aspect of it is that Nia Baker touched the ball 2 times in the first half, and neither one of them was
a save
of any kind. So
and the possession of the Grizzlies. They're passing all around Derby, not Derby, Dodge.
Exactly.
Dodge City,
We'll give you the scoring summary. This has been the Jensen-Lucio show so far, offensively. Emily Jensen got the first goal. Pardon me. Well, my allergies are really bothering me today. That's because it's early morning. I don't like early morning games for that reason. Emily Jensen got the first goal about 4 minutes or so into the game on a feed from Lucio. Pardon me while I do this. And then they turned right around. Jensen fed it to Lucio a couple minutes later for the second goal. And then with 19 minutes remaining, guess who fed the ball to Emily again? April Lucio. 3 of them have all the points today. 2 goals for Emily, 1 for Lucio, and 2 assists for Lucio and 1 for Emily. And right just like that, we are at 3-0. So, our talk a little bit about our schedule. First home game, folks, is, I don't know what I did with my schedule. Oh, I know what it. I've been writing on it. Our first home game is Tuesday night. We'll take on South High JV at 5:15. Varsity at 7. We invite you to come out to Northwest and catch all the action in that one on Tuesday night. That'll be a lot of fun. Then our next webcast is also our next road game, which is Friday night. The Grizzlies will play at Derby. The varsity game is set for a 6:30 kickoff. We'll be on the air at 6:15 Friday night from Derby Stadium, as this will be a non-league contest between the Panthers and the Grizzlies. And Derby, Caleb, always gives us a good time.
Yep.
They give us a good game every single time. So that'll be a lot of fun.
Definitely.
Just looking a little bit further ahead, we got a homestand actually after the Derby game. Our next 3 games after that are home. On the 10th of April, we're at home against Heights. The 12th of April, Thursday, Cape and Mount Carmel comes in. And then on the 16th, the same Mays Eagles that we played 4 days ago will be at Northwest for a non-league contest regular season. One of the things I don't like about, and this is the luck of the draw, in tournaments like this, I would rather play teams we don't play during the year.
Yeah.
Like this one, where we're playing Dodge City. We're not going to see them again this year.
Yep.
Well, that makes this a really good matchup and a fun game.
Yes.
So we're playing Mays twice. I love Jay Holmes. Great coach, great squad. But I'd rather play somebody else.
Yeah.
Because we've already played Mays one time this year. So, and then we go on the road for a while. And one of the things I will tell you, if you look at the webcast schedule, first of all, we've built a page this year that has all of the games in one spot. Real easy to find. It includes both the basketball season and the 2 soccer seasons as well. It's got a long URL, unfortunately, and rather than read it and ask you to remember it, I'm going to tell you, go to the Grizzlies soccer webcast page. There is a button right on the top of the page called Watch Video. If you push that, it will take you right to that site. There's also the link to that site is also posted on the timeline on that page. So you got 2 ways to get there to it. We invite you to go to it. The games will be podcast, and all the podcasts will be there as well. So if you want to see a past game, just click on whatever game you're looking for. If the podcast is there, it'll come right up. If it hasn't been shown yet, like a future game, you'll see some kind of a countdown ticker or something like that. Okay, so our webcast schedule for this year, you need to know this so that you show up.
Yep.
We're at Derby next Friday. We already said that. Friday, the 20th of April, we're going to Wichita Trinity and webcast a non-league game from there. Then the day I'm really looking forward to, and I guess you and I need to talk about this because I don't know if you can get off for this.
Okay.
On May the 3rd, we're going to Topeka. JV and varsity are going to Topeka to take on Washburn Rural.
Right.
And we're making the trip. We're going to webcast both ends of that doubleheader from Topeka, Washburn. You probably can't get out of school for that, though.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
But he may not be there. And if you're not there, you know who's going to be on that thing? Chris Navarrete. I guarantee it. He'll be the one doing it. Because he will be there because he's a manager. And we have to talk about that, too.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm looking forward to that. And then after that, it's playoffs.
Yep.
There are no other regular season games on the webcast schedule. And the reason for that, folks, is pretty simple. We play 1, 2, 3. We have 4 o'clock road game starts. We can't webcast 4 o'clock starts because at least one of us can't be there, and that's me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I have a job.
Yeah.
So I can't webcast the 4 o'clock starts, and quite frankly, East High is almost impossible to webcast from anyway. North High is impossible to webcast from. We wouldn't have been able to do that game no matter what time they played it.
Yep.
So, and that's 2 of the 4. So it's just the way the luck of the draw works this year. We're on and the same thing with this tournament. I would have loved to have been able to webcast all 3 games of this tournament, but the first 2 games, regardless of what happened, were 4 o'clock starts.
Yeah.
So the schedule maker, which is Corey Brock, the AD here, was not very nice to me this year, and I'm going to talk to him about it. So anyway, we've got about a minute or so to go here before the second half. We're going to take another 30-second timeout here and then come back and talk just a little bit more, so stay with us. With Caleb Blaine, Kevin Arkin, this is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This portion of today's webcast is brought to you in part by Dugan and Garreau, attorneys of law, 940 North Tyler Road, Wichita. By Gecko Painting, Incorporated. Danny and Grizzly alum Stacy Higgins, now of Olathe, Kansas, are proud supporters of Grizzly Nation and webcasts on the Internet. And by Regional Contractors, 1313 North Webb Road. We thank all of our sponsors for their proud support of Grizzly soccer.
Back at South High, where we're getting ready for the second half here, Grizzlies lead 3-0 at halftime. Referees are just now coming back out onto the field, and we're going to take the camera back off of us and switch it back over to the main camera here and get ready for to bring you the second half of this one. So glad you're with us. Caleb, you're a good guest, buddy.
All right, thank you.
Not bad, not bad for a freshman.
Nope.
And my hat's off to Caleb, not only for doing this, but while we were off air, I asked him how his grades were, which I do to almost every student I ever see. I always ask how your grades. Grades are good, right?
Yep.
Yeah. It's okay to brag about your grades. Grizzlies will defend the goal to our right here in the second half. Nia Baker taking her spot up there. And Dodge City just now coming onto the field. Grizzlies will play right to left, Dodge City left to right. Grizzlies in their road blues. And the Red Demons are in their home whites as the higher seeded team today. Grizzlies lead 3-0 at halftime. Emily Jensen and April Lucio getting ready to stand over the ball here. It has been the Emily and April show here in the first half. I guess I ought to be paying better attention. And we're underway. And just like that, somebody went down. I don't know who was that. It was Emily that went down. Nia's going to get a touch of the ball here as it's sent back to her by Lauren Vestring. Now on the far side, Maris Quillen gets in a big collision over there. Wow. And only one of the two girls got up. Maris got up. She's fine. There's an injury on the field. And why haven't we stopped play? Here's a crossing pass. Avalar with it. Now April gets one tipped by the defense. It's going to go back to the goalkeeper. And finally, they stopped play. They were waiting for Dodge City to get possession. And one of the Dodge City players is still down. Very slow to get up. Hope she's all right. They're tending to her now. While they're tending to her, let's go ahead and slip in a timeout here from Keisha. We'll be back in mere moments. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This stage is nowhere near Broadway, and none of these actors will be accepting an Oscar anytime soon. Still, they are rehearsing for something important. While they learn their lines, they're also learning teamwork, discipline, self-confidence, that everyone has a part to play. Skills that will make them stars long after the curtain falls. The National Federation of State High School Associations reminds you that when kids take part in high school activities, they get set for life.
Back at Carpenter Stadium, where there is still an injury as a result of a collision with Maris Quillen. We don't know the girls' names. Again, we do not have rosters from Dodge City today. I think in 10 years of webcasting high school sports, I've never had a game without a roster before today.
Wow.
And since, Caleb, we sent you over to get the rosters and you came back empty-handed, we're going to affix all of the blame on their coach.
Okay.
And we have games going on the field adjacent to us. The first grass field has Cape and Mount Carmel over there playing somebody, but we can't see the scoreboard from our vantage point, so we don't know what's going on with that game. This is a pretty serious injury because she's been down a long time.
Yeah, she is staying down. It looks
And
like
it
it
was
might be.
all it was that there was nothing malicious about it at all. It was just
a collision.
Just a collision. And like I said, Maris got right up, and this girl never moved.
Nope. It looks like it could be her knee. They have her leg propped up.
I see that. Yeah, that would not be good.
No.
Now she's getting up. Let's see what happens here.
She's going to be carted off.
Big hand from both the entire stadium for this young lady. And yes, they're carrying her off. Now, I don't know. Yeah, she's kind of hobbling, isn't she?
Yeah.
It's her left leg. It's a left leg injury. And she's going straight to the cart, folks.
Yep.
Well, we certainly wish her well and hope that her injury is not severe. We have a player of our own who is injured, and that's Captain Maddie Driscoll. Maddie has not yet been cleared for direct contact. She is able to practice in a non-contact mode as play resumes here. And it's the same injury she suffered last year in the game at Cape and Mount Carmel when she came back off her previous injury. So it's been a long road back for Maddie Driscoll, who next year is committed to play at Missouri Western. And we certainly hope that all goes well. Valbush taps one out of play. It will belong to Dodge City, and this is the deepest restart of the game for Dodge City. And the wind has shifted as we knew it was going to. It was coming out of the south when the game started. It is now shifted around to the west. There is a cold front that is supposed to move through Wichita later today and bring rain with it. The high on Easter Sunday tomorrow is only supposed to be 40, and it's supposed to rain all day. Here's Jensen trying to split two defenders and unable to do so. She comes back, though, and forces the issue, gets the ball back. Emily sends it over to April Lucio. Back to Emily. Here's a long shot, and it goes wide left, and it'll be a goal kick for Dodge City. And Caleb, we almost had the Emily and April show again.
Yeah.
As they were almost connected for the fourth time today. Goal kick here for Dodge City. Wichita Soccer on the Internet is brought to you in part through the support of ABC Discount Wine and Spirits and the Humidor, with 5 convenient locations to serve you, including 8550 West 21st Street. Also by Security First Title, providing title insurance, abstract products, and closing services throughout Kansas and Missouri. Been doing it since 1967. Check them out at 942-7989. And by ACM Removal Kansas, specializing in mold remediation and asbestos detection and removal services. Over 45 years of experiences, they have the experience and the expertise to provide full professional services done right the first time. ACM Removal Kansas is located at 8610 East 31st Street North, Suite 2. Call them at 684-1800. Here's Avalar sending one in at Jensen, but too long. I would have been really mad if they had violated the number one rule of broadcasting, Caleb, is never score a goal during a commercial. Sometimes we just have no control over that as we're doing it on the fly. Northwest will get the throw in. Britt Murray will throw it in. And Vestry kind of got a little bit corralled. Here's one back, but Crawford back there to tap it back to Baker. Nia will send one, a long one forward in the direction of Reese Fisker. Nice job. Fisker centers one to Jensen. Jensen taps one forward. That would have been a great play for Elena Avalar, but she just couldn't get to it.
Yep. It seems like every play we get, it's a little too long.
Back out it comes to center. Dodge City controlling. Now Volbush gets it. Sends it up to Jensen. Jensen to April. Lucio tried to get one in the direction of a streaking. Is that Maddie Harkins over there?
I think so.
Now on the near side it comes. Britt Murray. Oh, couldn't catch up with it. It goes over the goal line for a Dodge City goal kick. 34-30 remaining here in the second half. Grizzlies up 3-0. If you just joined us, you missed a great first half, and it's worth going back later watching that first half on the podcast. Total domination by the Grizzlies today. Harkins giving chase toward the corner. Centers one, deflected out of play. It'll be a corner kick for Northwest. And the designated corner kick taker looks like it. Is that Reese Fisker heading over there?
It looks like it, yep.
Reese Fisker will take the corner kick. And she booms the left foot to center. A nice arc on it and everything. And there's a tap in. Oh, that's a great save by the goalkeeper. Emily Jensen got ahead on it, and had it not been for a leaping save by Dodge City's goalkeeper, it'd be 4-0 right now.
Yes, sir.
Well, we have another corner kick coming. This time it'll be on the near side. And who's taking him on the near side? Looks like... is that April Lucio?
Yep.
So Lucio's taking him with the right foot. And,
quick one.
Yeah, it was a quick one. Jensen tried to sneak it through a defender, and a save by the goalkeeper. So Reese Fisker's using her left foot on the far side, and April Lucio on the near side. It's one of those things that we wouldn't have known before the game till it happened. Britt Murray knocks one out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Dodge. Demons at the 35. Good defensive pressure being placed on them by the Grizzlies today. Lucio gets a nice pass from Britt Murray. She sends one forward to Harkins, too far. This is going to go over the goal line for a goal kick for Dodge City. Grizzly Soccer on the Internet is being brought to you in part today by the Best Western Hotel, Wichita North at 53rd Street and I-135 near Park City. Providing free Internet access, our superior customer service will ensure that we meet all your needs and go beyond your expectations. Have a group gathering or meeting? Contact them at 832-9387. Best Western Wichita Hotel North. And we have yet another goal kick. So we'll tell you that Grizzly Soccer is also brought to you in part by the Goal for Goal soccer camps, the most complete youth soccer camps offered in Wichita, with sites at both Cape and Mount Carmel and Northwest. Each summer, it's not too early to explore a camp for your child for this year. Check them out at goalforgoal.com today. That's goal, F-O-R, goal.com. Goal for Goal soccer camps. Avalar with it to Jensen. Jensen back to Lucio. A big blast by April goes wide left, and it will be another goal kick for Dodge City. 30 minutes, 40 seconds remaining here. Emily can't split the two defenders, but gets them. Now there's a foul call, and yes, it is a holding foul. As Emily was held, and she will take a free kick, looks like, at the 20. 30 yards from pay dirt. Three of them line up over the ball, and it's either going to be Visker, Emily, or April. And it's not going to be Reese Visker. She moves out. Emily? Nope. April. Big blast.
Oh.
And a just great save by the goalkeeper.
Great save.
That ball was right under the crossbar.
Yeah.
And we'll get a corner kick here for the Grizzlies. And Reese Fisker heads over to take it. Grizzlies have had some great scoring chances here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
In the first 10 minutes of this half. Wow. Here's another nice ball. Tried to do a header to Emily Jensen, but a little bit long. It goes out of play this time. It'll be a goal kick, I believe.
Oh, they called it a throw-in.
Oh, it's a throw-in. I thought it went out over the goal line. Oh, boy,
Ooh.
Big collision there with Elena Avalar, and Elena gets up. Same kind of collision a little while ago that knocked the Dodge City defender out of the game. Out to center. It's intercepted there. And out of play it goes. So it'll be a throw-in for Northwest. Britt Murray will handle this one. Gets it to April Lucio. Back now to Murray off of Valmbush. Lauren Vestring sends it over to Olivia Crawford. And even though it's intercepted, it goes right back to Northwest. Murray has it with some room to work. Give and go back to Britt Murray. She's going to bring it up. Murray taking it deep. Now it's finally corralled by the defense and goes out of play. It will belong to Northwest. Britt Murray will throw it in. Comes to Emily, who one-times it over the top of everything and out of play. It will be a goal kick for... Gotcha. One of the things you learn.
Yeah, definitely.
You gotta. That mic is always on.
Yeah.
Dodge City going to handle a goal kick here out toward the midfield. It's won back by Northwest. And finally, Dodge City will come away with it. Visker giving chase on the near side. Carly Valmbush now to April Lucio. Lucio, a lot of room to work with. Back to Emily Jensen. That's going to be a combination all year. I can see this already. April with it to Emily. Now on the far side to Maris Quillen. Quillen will throw it in. And we're going to have a substitution for Northwest. And coming out, looks like Avalar's coming out. Is that Elena coming out? Well, I'm able to tell you that I cannot tell you who came in or went out, but I think Parker Hoops just came in.
Yeah, Parker Hoops. I couldn't
And
tell.
that one went over. No, it did not go over the goal line.
Oh,
There's a shot and a
there's a
score.
goal.
Is that Reese Fisker that
Yep,
scored
Reese.
that? Was that Reese?
Yep.
Reese Fisker gets the goal now. Here's the tough question. Who gets the assist?
I have no idea. I think it bounced around in the box a little
It
bit.
did bounce around. We can't give you the assist, but we'll tell you Reese gets it with 26 to go. And just like that, folks, it's 4-0. You knew that was going to come, though, Caleb. We've been playing with the ball down there for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Sooner or later, we were going to get something to go.
Had to.
Back underway here.
Good tackle.
Indeed.
Aw.
Now they're calling a foul on Emily. Yep, they are.
Yep. I don't know.
Well, whatever
about
she
that
did,
one.
I know she didn't mean it.
Yeah.
4-0, Grizzlies lead. They have played a complete game today. And this is, this Dodge City squad is no slouch team. This is a very good program. Murray with it. Give and go from Emily. Back to Brett. Here she comes down the side now. Brett leaves one for Reese Fisker. Crossing pass goes too far and somebody's offside. That's too far. That's too bad. It's a nice play. Maddie Harkins, I think, got caught offside.
Yep.
Kick one at center by Carly Valbush. Nice job there, Carly. Emily over to April. What a surprise. Now to Harkins on the far side. There's a chip shot, goes wide right, and it will be a goal kick. Going to take a quick time out here. We'll be back here in mere moments. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer.
This may sound like a typical high school basketball game being played on a Friday night in Kansas. In fact, it's a crash course in cooperation and teamwork. It's a test of dedication, determination, and drive. It's character development in action. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think about this. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students who participate in school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. At the same time, playing sports helps teach lessons not covered in the classroom. Lessons like tolerance, respect for the rules, and the importance of supporting your community. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Kansas State High School Activities Association and the Kansas Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Grizzlies with the ball and a 4-goal lead here. 23 minutes to go in the second half. Reese Fisker passes it to Emily Jensen. Jensen across to Lucio. Back to Emily Jensen. Parker Hoops gets a foot on it. Baumbush does as well. Fisker pushing it. The pressure on for the Grizzlies. DC has been unable to do anything with the pressure all day. Maris Quillen gives chase back there and taps it out of play so that they can regroup, puts it into the Grizzly bench. and it will be a throw in for Dodge City. April Lucio on the far side. Quillen. Crawford has it now in the center. Now to Vestring. And over on the near side to Britt Murray. To Lucio. And Emily. Emily overlet her a bit. Emily does get a foot on it, however. And Parker Hoops has it. Parker sends one through. A nice pass that was to Darling Simon. How to play it goes, it will belong to Dodge City. 21 to go here in the second half of this contest. All Northwest today. Nia Baker has touched the ball 3 times in the game, and Darling Simon was way offside. So that'll be a free kick for Dodge City. And Nia Baker's been down there basically,
picking flowers,
planning her dinner menu for the next week. So she had nothing to do. And what a nice problem that is to have.
Yeah.
I'd love to be saying that the rest of the year.
Mm-hmm.
We dominate everybody like we're dominating this team today. We're going to have one heck of a good year. Lucio. Spin move. Sends it up to Emily. Emily, a shot. And it goes wide left. Great pass from Lucio to Emily Jensen. It's
as usual.
As usual. Yeah, I have to agree with that today. It's a corner kick now for Northwest. Did the goalkeeper get a hand on that? I thought it just went wide.
Yeah, me too, but I guess so.
Fisker will take the goal kick. Oh, nice.
That was
almost tipped it in over the goalkeeper's head that time.
It's a weird touch on it. Almost went in.
Well, maybe it will again because now we have another.
Yeah.
We have another corner kick.
Oh,
this time it's short. Give and go. There's a crossing pass that a little bit awry from where it was intended, I think. Lucio trying to get it back. And Lucio's going to tap one. This will roll over the goal line for a goal kick for Dodge City. This portion of the game brought to you in part today by Insight Real Estate Group, experts in the sale of commercial real estate properties. Insight Real Estate Group cuts through the commercial clutter to bring attentive, skilled services to their clients seeking broker-developer relationships that are both strategic and very personal. Contact Insight Real Estate Group at 618-1100 or check them out at insitere.com today. Insight Real Estate Group is a proud supporter of Grizzly soccer. And we have a substitution coming in here for Dodge. That's the reason for the delay on the goal kick. Be about 18 minutes to go here when we restart play. And out it comes to center, and Thornbush gets a foot on it. Vestring does too, and now Britt Murray sends one up. Back it comes. Murray's there. Gets away from 2 defenders and sends it up to Reese Fisker. Reese, hit the wrong foot. And here comes Dodge City, and here's the chance. Nope, Vestring's there. This is where the wheels come in handy.
Yep.
And here's Nia Baker's 4th touch of the day.
Nice turn.
Nice play by Britt Murray. To Emily Jensen. Darling Simon got held a little bit. They're going to call advantage. Lucio tried to feed one in to guess who and just overlet her a little bit. And it goes back to the goalkeeper. This is going to be some combination, Caleb. The combination of these two all year, I think.
It's a very strong middle with them.
It is.
They know how to. They have good chemistry together.
They do. And what do you? I mean, let's talk a little bit about that back line. You know, we lost Whitney Wyford, who anchored that line last year, and she was awesome.
Yeah. I
don't think they dropped a thing. I don't think they missed a beat.
No, they're pretty tough. They're strong. Tough to beat.
I think Lauren Vestring's going to be a good addition back there.
Yep, definitely.
Britt Murray and her experience. And Maris Quillen, she's been very busy today.
Yeah.
She's been right there. Baumbush, nice pass up this sideline this time to Visker. Visker tried to center one. This is going to go over the goal line. This will be a corner kick. And we'll keep it right here as both teams will sub. Who is going out for us? Reese Visker is. That's interesting because she would normally take this.
Who is that?
That coming in is...
Looks like...
Is that Elena Avalar coming back? No.
Number 15?
That's Emmy Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah.
Coming in. First time today that Emmy's been in the game. So Emily Jensen will take the corner kick since Reese is gone. And she sends a long one across, and it's going to go over the goal line and be a goal kick. So a little bit long for Emily that time. And goal kick, Dodge City.
I think a foul was called on Emily.
I did not see what she did. But you are indeed right. There is a foul there. And here's a chance for Dodge City. Now giving chase is Maris Quillen does a great job of shielding the ball from the attacker. She'll handle the throw-in duties herself. Nice play there.
Yes.
Maris. April. Emily has it now off the rebound. She's going to send a long one to April, who was streaking up the far side. She had the right idea. Back out it comes now to center. April with it. To Emily, to April. And out of play, it will be a throw-in for Northwest. And now a crossing shot. There's nobody there. Everybody was bunched in too close.
Yep.
They should have had one. They had had one person back.
Yep, just one person trailing back.
Out the center it comes. It's won there by Maris Quillen. Parker Hoops. And Dodge City will bring it back. Dodge City desperately trying to mount some offense against this Grizzly team, which has been so dominant today. Britt has it. Emmy sends it back to her. Out of play it is. And it's a throw in for Dodge City. And Vestring, thank you, that does a nice job of blocking. And now Dodge City has another player down, grabbing her foot. That she's up now and moving around. Here come the Grizzlies back. Emily Jensen leads one.
Oh, offside.
And there's the save was made, and yes, she was offside. But who was that?
That was number. What was it?
I forgot now who it was that went up that stroke that was offside. May have been Britt, I'm not sure.
Yeah, it was. Number 18.
Yeah, Britt.
Yep.
Marisquillum will handle a throw-in shore here. Emily to April. What a surprise. Emmy Rodriguez with it. April.
Shot.
Big blast. Oh, and a
Oh.
shot goes off the crossbar. Now, that was the football crossbar, so that'll be a corner kick. April Lucio hustling over to take this one. There'll be 11 minutes to go when she strikes the ball. April. Darling Simon had a chance, couldn't get ahead on it, and it goes out of play. It will be a corner kick. On which side of the field will it be? This side. Defender tapped it over the goal line. And Emily Jensen is going to come over and take this. Oop, pardon me. Centers one. Oh, trying to get a header on it to April Lucio. There's a rebound and a ball loose in the penalty area. Finally cleared out by the defense. Nice save that time by the goalkeeper. Emmy Rodriguez puts one off the side of the goal for a goal kick. We had some action there.
Yeah. I didn't think that shot was going to be taken off.
Have a substitution coming in for Dodge City, and while we do, we'll tell you that what am I going to tell you? Today's webcast being brought to you in part by Mel Hambleton Ford, 11771 West Kellogg. We're better, we're proving it. You be the judge. Mel Hambleton Ford. Dodge will have a throw in here. April Lucio to Emmy Rodriguez. Emmy sends one to Emily. Now to Britt. Britt, a shot that goes over the crossbar for a goal kick. Britt Murray with an excellent opportunity off a beautiful feed by Emily Jensen that time. We have substitutions here for both teams, and I did not see who came in for us. I didn't see us getting ready to sub, so that's my fault. Bobby Burbieska high-fiving the departing players, Darling Simon being one of them. Didn't see who came in here. We'll just try and pick them off the field here as we go.
Is that Hoops that came in?
She was already in.
She was?
Yeah, she's been in a while.
Who else?
Unless she went out and came back in and I didn't see it. That's possible, I guess. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
Emmy Rodriguez on the near side with the ball for Northwest. Now on the far side is Maris Quillen. She's been all over the ball today. April. Maris Quillen fighting for it. And gets just enough of it to win it back for Northwest. April Lucio couldn't get to the lead pass. And goalkeeper picks it up, and we'll have a goalkeeper distribution. Lauren Vestring sends it up to April. Parker Hoops gets fouled, and there'll be a free kick for Northwest. No, we still got a lot of time to go here, Caleb.
Yeah.
With 7 minutes left in the game. But if you had to name a star of the game, who are you gonna throw out there?
Emily or Lucio?
Yeah, it's hard to take it away from either one.
Yeah.
With what they've done on the field. There's April getting one past the goalkeeper for a goal kick and a sub. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 30 seconds. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer. Back at South High, Northwest leading 4-0. And our quick timeout there gave us a chance to figure out who it was that came into the game. We know Irene De La Rosa's back in, number 7, senior. And Dodge City's fans desperately screaming for some offense. And Dodge City has had virtually none today. Free kick for Northwest, and Northwest will sub a player in. Maris Quillen is going to take a seat. And she may be done for the day, but she's had a great day. Britt Murray is going to do a switcheroo and take the far side of the field, and coming over here to the near side of the field, heading for the ball to pick it up.
Well, I think Britt went
Rachel
out.
Bazell. I'm sorry?
I think Britt went out.
Well, then we substituted 2 players. I thought Maris Quillen went out, but she's still in the game. So you're right, it is Britt that went out. Rachel Bazell took her place at midfield. I think that's the first time we've called her number today.
Mm-hmm.
April on the far side has the ball tapped out of play. It will belong to Northwest on the throw-in. And April is not going to waste any time trying to get it to Emily. Emily with a chance, a shot, and it goes just over the goal line, deflected by the keeper. It will be a corner kick for Northwest.
Very close.
Very close indeed. So, which of the 2 did you give the star of the game thing to before we went to commercial?
I don't know. I said both of them. I couldn't pick one. It's very hard.
It is very hard. Actually, everybody on the team.
Yeah.
Good
the whole team.
I could almost give it to the whole back line if I wanted to.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way that everybody has played together today.
Yep, they've definitely picked their chemistry up from their first game, because you were telling me they got beat 4-1.
Yeah.
Definitely picked it up.
They have. And I'm going to go on the limb now, and it's going to tell you with 3.5 to go, I'm going to give it to April Lucio.
Yeah?
See, she has been all over it today.
Yep.
But everybody has played well. And for the 5th touch of the day, here's Nia Baker sending one out to center. Emmy Rodriguez puts the pressure on. Lauren Vestring to Emmy. And Emmy loses it. Here comes Dodge City back with it now. And a nice job by Rodriguez to step in front of it and get it back. Rachel Bazell now. Back to Emmy Rodriguez. And out of play it goes. Be a throw in for Dodge City. Inside 3 minutes to go now. And it goes out of play. It will stay with Northwest. Bazell gives way to Rodriguez. Emmy throws it in. Ball's in the air and will land on the foot of Irene De La Rosa. Irene sends it across. Quillen has it. Up to Parker Hoops. Parker Hoops, a long one to April Lucio. She's onside, but can't get to the ball.
Ooh.
And it'll be a goalkeeper distribution for Dodge City. Grizzlies lead 4-0. Inside 2 minutes to go. Grizzlies are going to go to 2-1. Winning 2 out of 3 in the Titan after losing the opener. And we have substitutions coming in here for Dodge City. There'll be a brief break in the action. Caleb, we're going to see you, of course, I'll see you at Northwest on Tuesday.
Yep.
Caleb, on the home games, folks, is going to be the operator of the LED board this spring.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he's actually going for his crash course immediate or sometime this afternoon after this game with Chris Schumacher. Parker Hopes sends it out to Irene De La Rosa. Now back over to Emmy Rodriguez. Dodge City trying to get a last chance going on here with 20 seconds to go. And I don't think it's going to happen, folks.
Mm-mm.
Parker Hoops with it. She'll send a long one in the direction of Emily Jensen, and that'll be it, folks. The horn sounds, and we are final here at South High. Grizzlies win 4-0. We'll be back to wrap this one up in mere moments. Stay with us. This is Wichita Northwest Grizzlies girls soccer. Grizzlies win today 4-0 over Dodge City. Kevin Arkin, Caleb Blaine with you. Thank you again, folks, for joining us. Let's give you a quick wrap-up of the scoring activity. First half was the Emily April show. First goal scored by Emily with an assist from April Lucio about 4 or 5 minutes into the game. Then 3 minutes later, Lucio got one from Emily Jensen and makes the score 2-0. And then with 19 to go in the first half, with 19 to go in the first half, Emily Jensen scores the third goal of the half with an assist from April Lucio. Only goal of the second half came from Reese Fisker. 26 minutes remaining in the contest. She scored on a flurry in front of the goal and picked up some slop, banged it home for the 4-0 final. Grizzlies end up finishing 5th in the Titan Classic. They win 2 games out of 3 in the Titan, and that's not a bad way, Caleb, to start the season.
No, it's pretty good, actually.
And they looked awfully good today.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And neither one of us, I assume you weren't here earlier this week either.
Nope.
Yeah, I was not able to come to the first 2 games. All I know is Bobby said that Coach Brubieska said they did not play well on Tuesday and that they played very well on Thursday. He was more concerned about Thursday than Tuesday because he actually confided in me that he thought East was the better of the 2 opponents. And it was a good, obviously, beg your pardon, obviously a good contest on Thursday as it took penalty kicks to decide it in favor of Northwest. Today, penalty kicks not necessary. Total domination.
Definitely.
By your Grizzlies today. Upcoming schedule, we're home on Tuesday against South High, JV at 5:15, varsity at 7. Invite you to come out. Game will not be webcast. And then our next webcast is next Friday night. We go to Derby for a 6:30 contest between the Grizzlies and the Panthers. Will be on the air at 6:15. Caleb and I will both be there. Hope you'll be with us. If you're not able to come out to Derby, or if you're from out of town, please come out. Please watch us on the webcast. The game will be webcast live, also be podcast. Again, to get to the game next Friday night, go to the webcast page. We invite you to make it a favorite once you go there. Then you won't have to go to the Facebook page to find it again. Make it a favorite. All the games will be in one spot this year. We will not be requiring individual logins to get to the game. So until Friday, when we see you again, we thank you for joining us. We thank all of our sponsors for all that they do to make Grizzly soccer possible, both at home and on the World Wide Web. Caleb, nice job, son.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you for the great pictures and for the great verbiage, and you made a great halftime guest as well.
Thank you.
All right. Well, folks, we're going to wrap it up. We'll look forward to talking to you next Friday night from Derby High. Until then, Grizzlies win 4-0 over Dodge City. For Caleb, this is Kevin. We wish you a pleasant weekend, and to all of you, a very happy Easter. Take care.